to the Chaotic Little Book Corner. My name's Acacia. Today I'm just doing a quick thank you video and a quick update video. I have recently hit 400 subscribers and read 100 books, and I am very excited about both of those things. I am going to just do a top 5 books I've read so far in the year, just to see if they hold as top books of the year by the end of the year. But so far, these are my top 5 books that I've read out of the 100. I'm curious to see if I can make it to 200 by the end of the year. If I can, I'll be super proud, but if not, I'm going to be okay. My goal this year was to read 50 books. I don't know how I went so above and beyond, but probably having 8 hours a day of reading is a pretty good indication. So I just want to say a quick thank you so much to all of you out there who are subscribed, who are recommending me, who are supporting me in my journey of mental health. You guys have been so much, so meaningful to me, and I never thought I'd hit 400 subscribers, and the fact that it's continuing to grow is really crazy to me. You guys mean so much to me, and I'm so lucky to have you guys. If you have any questions, any requests, let me know. I would love to do a giveaway for you guys, but I don't really have anything to give away. So I'm going to think on that. If you guys would like a giveaway, let me know. But if you guys have something else that you'd rather see, let me know. Any comments down below. Totally excited. So let me do the top 5 books that I've read in 2016 for the first half of the year. One is The Lightkeeper by Abby Genai, who I actually reached out to and told her just how much this book meant to me and how much of an honest depiction of a fugue state I felt it was. And she was kind enough to send me a little book signed piece, like, I guess a book stamp. And it was for my book, and I'm so happy and excited to have this, because it's now I really love this book. It means so much to me. This book, for those of you who don't know, I'll link my full review down below, but this book takes place on a mostly deserted island with a bunch of different people who are studying the wildlife on the island, and things start to get a little strange, and it goes from there. But just love. The next book that I have is The Boy Who Could See Demons, and this is by Carolyn Just Cook. I started this in like the last week of December, and with the holidays going on, it ended up pushing itself into January. So it was actually the first book that I read the entire new year, and I absolutely fell in love with it, adored it, and was so happy to have it. I sold my first copy that I read because it was bound by all sorts of stuff from a library, and I wanted a new copy, so I purchased this in the paperback version, a new, clean, pristine copy, but it turns out that the UK version has a different ending than the American, and I read this one originally, and I liked this ending better. Yes, I repurchased it again. And this one, again, I got another library book, and this one was completely destroyed. But I ended up saving it enough that I'm okay with it. It's definitely got some well-lovings across it, but maybe someday I'll find a good, pristine copy. It's about a young boy named Alex who can see a demon named Ruin, who is making things get very warped for him. It's an interesting depiction of mental illness, which is why I love it so much. Alex meets a doctor who begins to work with him, and strange and terrible things begin to happen with the demon and his family, and you really need to read it to understand it. I will link down below the full in-depth review that I did on this. Oh. This one's been well loved. Do you see the coffee stain? This is A Tale for the Time Being by Ruth Ozeki. This one I absolutely adored. This was a story of 2 people, Ruth and Nao is a young girl who lives in Japan, and she sends a lunchbox out into the world, and it reaches Ruth in Canada, and Ruth begins to find out things about Nao through a diary that she kept about her life there in Japan, about her father's depression, and all these other things that are going on for Nao. And it was a beautiful, beautiful story. I really enjoyed it. I whipped right through it, even though it was a good 400 pages. But I found this to be just stunning, and it left me with such a love of Japanese culture that I've since started to pick up a lot more books from Japanese and Asian cultures just to kind of get more of a knowledge. The next one is a very recent read for me. This is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I've read it twice already just because I thought I was missing something. I absolutely adored this. I find this a fascinating read, a really interesting idea into what it is to be held accountable for your actions and how people can get out of hand and how some people are just terrible people in general. I really found myself disliking almost all of the characters, but I thought this was such a wonderful book. It was gripping. It was fabulous. It takes place in a New England college where a bunch of students, a very select group of them, about 6, are being taught by a gentleman named Julian about classic, I believe, Greek and Roman culture and classics of that nature. So Sappho, Pluto, all those things. And they get out of hand and things get out of control, and they begin to kind of try and play with the ideas that were so adamantly something that the Greeks and Romans were interested in, but it's no longer a culture where that kind of situation can work. It's cult-like, it's weird, it's morbid. It was such a dark read, but super intense and wonderful, and I definitely am going to be calling this an all-time favorite. All of these have gone onto my favorites shelf up top, which means they are now favorite books of all time. So even if they don't make it into the top books of this year, by the end of the year, they are all books that are prime real estate on my bookshelf and are well loved. This is my final book. This is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. I will link the full review that I've done to this down below. This is by Becky Chambers. I already have the sequel on pre-order. This book was phenomenal. I do not like sci-fi usually, but this book changed the way I viewed sci-fi. It was about different cultures and how they work together, and the idea of friendship and love and what is family and definition of that, and the idea that the earth is not always going to be the one main area of life. And it was beautiful and stunning and wonderful, and I think that anyone who is interested in the idea of what could be a bigger world, this is going to be a wonderful book and read for you. I think that this is absolutely phenomenal. I can't say enough good things about any of these books. I can't say enough good things about them. I can't say enough good things about you guys. 100 books in 6 months and 400 subscribers in 6 months. I feel like I'm doing something right, and I don't know what it is. But obviously it's something. I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. I'm really liking it. I'm hoping to make this something I can do long term and not just leave you guys in the lurch. I want to kind of, I just want to make this into something that matters. So keep spreading the love. Keep chatting me up if you feel like you want to. Any help I can get from you guys to keep talking about the stigma and help lifting it would be wonderful. Any help I can get with communication would be great. Any requests, reviews, anything you want, let me know. I will do my best to make things happen for you guys. I just, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.